There we go. We can see you now.
Okay. Someone said I have a bonnet on. Like I don't never wear I never wear bonnets. Sorry to disappoint you. Well,
Anyways, let me read this again so you can explain. It says something about something being layered. Okay, so
yeah.
um hold on. All right, so
Comments are funny.
most of the hate and negative energy
Hmm.
modern black women have for black men stems from the negative experiences that their mothers, aunties, grandmothers, etc. had with black men. True or false?
I wouldn't say most. I wouldn't say most. I would say it's pretty 50-50 with your own personal experiences and the stories of others. Because people don't always learn vicariously through others. A lot of people need to learn the hard way. So a lot of people they don't listen to what their moms say. They try it themselves. They're like, "Oh, she was dumb. I'm not," and then they realize they're dumb too. So I wouldn't say that that's the reason. 100%, no way.
All right. Do you think modern black women value relationships, family, and their wombs?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you think modern black women value relationships, family, and their wombs?
No.
Elaborate. Hey,
No.
listen.
I hate
This
to
about to get
say
very real.
it.
It's about to get very real tonight. Y'all tap the screen, share the live. It's about to get very, very real tonight.
That's how I get
You know,
suspended. They go, hey.
no, keep it real. Keep it real. Say why you don't feel that they say why you personally don't think that, you know, a lot of black women today value family relationships and their womb.
Of course it's layered and it has to do with a lot of trauma. It has to do with there is a systematic attack on the black family. So it's not just within our culture, but it's within a lot of different external factors that are attacking our culture. So there was the whole Willie Lynch thing, right? That led to a lot of the psychological breakdowns of the black family and why they try to make the men emasculated and the women more independent so that you break down the family structure. And we see that today in modern black women where we are just like, I don't need a man. I don't need this. I don't need that. I'm the most decorated with degrees. I'm the demographic that has the most, this, that, and the third, you know, and the men are the most incarcerated. And that's a systematic attack on the black family. And unfortunately, when we talk about it, that's why I kind of like cringe because when we talk about it, it will make me seem as if I'm not a feminist, which technically I am. I do feel that women are fully entitled to choosing their lives and the lives that they want to live, and that's what feminist is about at its root. But it's become something completely different, and when you start talking about what family structure is and how you can really create generational wealth and generational health, people don't really want to talk about that. And we don't want to really unravel some of the deep psychological problems that Black women and men have when it comes to family.
Why do you think black women are the least married and highest divorced in this country?
Again, for the same psychological reasons. It's a direct attack on Black families, Black women, Black men. If a white woman brings a Black man home, nobody's celebrating her. You know, Black men are going to get the low class white women. This is the honest. They're not going to get the you know the heiress and all that. So they don't get that. So at the end of the day, we are devalued in society and laughed at in society overall, all of us. But we tend to talk a lot about the women and not about the system that's in place that makes everything happen this way. So I think
Does it
that's the
really
main problem.
does it really have anything to do with a system though? Because that's something that a lot of black women like to say. They like to say, it's, I got 3 kids by 3 different men because of patriarchy. Like we're the least married and the highest divorce because of patriarchy. Like I if you can help me understand, I really don't understand or see the correlation between the two.
Okay.
Like what
I can
if
help you.
you and I are in if you or I if you and I are in a committed exclusive relationship with each other, I don't
Hmm.
understand how the patriarchy or whatever system may be has any effect, has anything to do with what we got going on.
Well, unfortunately or fortunately, we're humans, so we're affected by the societies that we grow up in, the spoken and unspoken normalcies, expectations in our society, and the structures and the systems. So yeah, that might be today in 2023, but if you look back to 1950, your grandmothers and great grandmothers, they were married, they had families, they were not single moms. And that's just the truth. Like, what was it? 70+% of the Black community were married back then. And then you have this huge shift post 80s, right? Post war on drugs, post really getting down to nitty gritty of destroying the Black family. Like they literally had towns where it was illegal for Black women to be stay-at-home mothers. And if you denied work to a white woman, you would be jailed as a Black woman. Like this was systematic and it affects the psychology. And if your man is in jail, if the men are in jail, the men can't get work or the men can't do this, but they are investing in the Black women. I think it's really cute how JP Morgan Chase dedicated to like what was it, $1 billion into
It was
Black
a lot of them,
women, into
right?
Black women, and saying that the way to uplift the Black community through their research is to invest in the Black women, not the men, right? So now you're putting more money into the women, and then you ask the men why they feel emasculated, why the women are treating them a certain way. Well, if you aren't paying my bills, I feel like you have no say. At the end of the day, no disrespect to anybody in the chat before someone clicks whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't feel like you have a say. And then we start having these arguments and we start having this discourse where you're not really a man to me. There was something that came out recently where Gabrielle Union was saying because she paid all the bills that she was cheating on her first husband because she paid all the bills and she felt entitled to infidelity. Because what's he doing? Right? And that's almost ingrained in us as a species, as mammals. The female species always, I hate the term marry up. I heard that in the little clip. It's not necessarily marry up, and that's just like something that we talk about as far as like being civilized animals. But the reality is the female species always wants to procreate with the male species who has the most resources because that will secure your offspring, that will protect your offspring. So of course I want to marry the man with the most resources. So no, I don't want to marry Brokey because how is he going to protect anything? If we get sued, he can't afford a lawyer. If we can't have this house, he can't afford that house. That's a joke. Where am I put my kids? So of course I don't want that. It's human nature in me to not want that. But if you can't do that and I have to do it myself, then yeah, I may emasculate you. And then yeah, I may divorce you. And then may I don't want you. And then why do I need you? And now I'm a single mom, and now it's like the single mom culture. Why do we need them? Because they're brokies. I mean, it's a long standing system, but we've normalized it so much within our society that now we don't even see that it's systematic. We see it as some type of personal slight, some type of pathological issue with Black women that we don't see in other cultures. Yeah, because other cultures weren't attacked the way Black women were attacked.